Hello and welcome back. I just wanted to give you a quick tour around the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio so you don't feel afraid or maybe nervous working with it. So we're not going to be writing any queries today. We're just going to see what is inside of this software and what everything does. So on the left you can see Object Explorer. What it's used for, it's used to navigate throughout your different databases and your different tables. You can do everything using queries, but it's just much easier doing it right here. Inside here, you can see that if you right click on any of the elements, you have a lot of different options what to do. So select top 1000 rows, edit top 200 rows, script table as, and so forth will become very valuable to you the more you work with this software. Right now, they're not very important because we will be teaching you to do everything using queries, or at least most of the stuff. But this is just a quick way to do a task that usually requires you writing a large query to do. Another thing important here is that just keep it nice and organized. Security, server objects, replication, and management. Don't worry about it right now. It's more advanced stuff that will come to tackle later on. Also here you can see that you can disconnect this object explorer, connect it, you can refresh it, very useful, and you can also show just some policies. Now if we click here and just say new query, this main window pops up. This is where you write all the queries. So if you see different text is highlighted in different colors, so that is very important to know. That's not important to know, it's just a very convenient method for you to understand what you're working with. It's a built-in function, it's just a regular function, it's an operator, it's for example a database name. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio is very useful because you can just drag and drop all your table or your database, all your even columns names inside. So as you remembered, we just uploaded all of this table in here. So if you can just drag and drop it here, it just makes you so much easier. It just makes everything much easier. You don't need to spend time writing it all down by your hand. So going up to this top menu, you have your main button, which is called execute, F5. Then you have the debug, which is always a very useful tool to have, and you have new query. Throughout this course, we'll mostly be working with new query and execute. If you hover on top on any of these functions or any of the functions in the query or any of these commands here, you will see useful tips or explanations and shortcuts. So in the query, if you're going to close it, let's say we're going to write anything and try to close it now, it will ask us if we want to save it or not. Usually I don't save them unless they're very hard and important work to do. But in case you want to save, it will just open up this menu in which you just give your file name and choose where to save it. This is some text formatting stuff right here just to make your query look a bit better. Going back a step, going forward a step, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Y, very important tools. Then you have copy, paste, select, all of that. Now, as far as what you need to know about SQL Server Management Studio, this is pretty much everything. We're going to be showing you how to work with it more and more, and you'll get more comfortable and discover a lot of useful tools and tips inside of these menus. Also, if you want to, you can go to window, you can adjust your window to be different, have several queries in the same display, and depending on just your workstation and your work preferences. So I hope now you feel a bit more familiar with this software. I know it sounds a bit scary that there's so many things you need to learn and remember, but truly there's nothing you need to learn and remember other than the queries. So if you know all the functions, if you know all the commands, you will do okay. You will do everything, just it will take you a bit more time, and with time you will learn all of these shortcuts that are here for your advantage, for your pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. I hope you're very ready to go ahead and actually start practicing the knowledge that we're going to give you. And I'll see you in the next one.